Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzamos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empath free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-development. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. It is most probably going to be a very short video, ladies and gentlemen. So today I want to talk about awareness, and I really want to bring your attention to the awareness about the narcissist. So we're talking about the awareness of narcissistic abuse. Now you see, ladies and gentlemen, to let you know where I'm coming from in this video, I will just share with you something very short, a very short story. So when I was dealing with the narcissist, I did not know what was going on. The last moments with the narcissist were very intensive. I did not know what to do. I did not know what I was dealing with. I did not know where to go. So in those days, I was doing a lot of research, and I was doing a lot of I was searching about things about abuse, relationships. I was trying to get some answers. Sometimes you're looking for answers, and the person you're dealing with, they are not ready to give you the answers that you're looking for. So sometimes you have got to do things by yourself. So I started seeking for answers. I asked some friends. I went online. I was looking for information on the internet, on YouTube. I did everything I could, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this period took me almost, we're talking about a period of about 5 months, 4 or 5 months. In those days, I would come across some posts about narcissism, and I would ignore them. I would come across the posts, I would ignore them. So I was thinking that I was dealing with a difficult relationship. So I did not know that I was dealing with a completely toxic individual. So the post of narcissism would come up, and I would ignore them. Until probably one time it was just like God just decided to open my eyes. So probably if I did not see that time, that post about the narcissist, the post that I clicked on that day, I believe at some point I would still be stuck with this particular individual. But at this moment, the situation was very toxic and extremely difficult, and I did not know what to do with myself. So when I discovered narcissism, and I figured out that, okay, so all along I've been checking and I've been seeing the wrong information. So I discovered this is exactly what I was dealing with. So there was nothing more to it. You know what I mean? So for me, that is exactly what I needed to know. The rest did not matter. When I discovered that I'd been dealing with a narcissist and I got the answer to what I was looking for, I did not wait for the details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next 2-3 days, I think it was about 2-3 days. Actually, to be precise, that was the last physical contact I had with the narcissist. So I never again let myself, I did not even want to stand next to this particular individual. I didn't even want to talk about standing. Let's not talk about only standing. I did not want to look at this individual. So I picked up what I could, ladies and gentlemen, and I left the relationship. In about 2-3 days, I was free. Now, I do not necessarily say that everybody's going to have that, it's going to be easy and you're just going to discover, okay, so this is narcissist, and then you're just going to, the next day, pick a few bags or two, and then you just leave. It's not going to be easy for everyone, you know what I mean? But I've shared with you guys a video. I've shared with you a video, I think that was last year. And I did a video about the Denzo exit strategy. Now, that was my strategy. I do not say it may really work for everybody else. But I gave a few pointers that were very important in your journey. If you're trying to leave those particular individuals, I gave a few pointers that actually might help you along your journey. So basically, you have got to know something, ladies and gentlemen. Especially, this video, I'm talking about the victims of abuse. You are the guy who is there. You don't know what is happening. You are falling sick. You're having all these problems at home. You're not comfortable. It's like you're emotionally broken. I would like to let you know something very important. You are going to have to make a decision. Let me tell you something. If you're a person who is out there and you're praying and you're spending all these days you're praying, it does not matter how many prayers you say, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes God tells you you have got to get on your feet and start walking. So God sometimes will show you what you need to know, but nobody is going to come and save you out of that situation. At least we're talking about even physically. So sometimes you're going to get answers. These answers are going to come from the people you least expect, the people you might have randomly run into. And they're going to tell you what you're dealing with. The people like me, other coaches online. So they're going to tell you what you're dealing with. But the final stage of the exiting those people, those kind of individuals, you are supposed to make a move. So God is not going to come and send his angels and they are going to help you to remove you from that vicinity and you do this and this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The secret you are supposed to understand with living a narcissist, you are supposed to embrace the pain. Guys, let me tell you something. I do not know if anybody has ever told you this or if anybody has ever shared with you this secret. But you're supposed to know when you're dealing with a narcissist, you need to learn how to embrace the pain. Guys, let me tell you something. There is a very big lesson through that pain. You're supposed to understand that there's going to be a lot of pain. I left the narcissist with 2 bags. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen to me. I left the narcissist with 2 bags. So we're talking about all the life I had built over the years. I left it behind. And we're talking about a relationship which included children. So I left kids behind. Sometimes you have got to think very seriously about yourself and you're supposed to make very critical decisions. Guys, let me tell you something. In the beginning, it's going to be very difficult because you're going to go through a lot of pain. You've been hurting, of course, in those days. It has been very difficult with that individual, but now you have found out. These people have told you, listen, guys, these people, they are evil. You're dealing with energy vampires. You need to start moving. So sometimes you're going to have to get all the courage left in you. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you might have to call your neighbor in the countryside. You might have to move out of the city. If you have got to, you might have to leave your jobs. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, the beginning point of the breakup is going to be very difficult. So you need to understand how to embrace that pain in the beginning. There is so many lessons you're going to learn when you learn how to embrace the pain. Because I know a lot of people, the reason why they cannot let narcissists go. I understand all these things about the trauma bond. Now, if you're a person who is understanding why you cannot leave the narcissist, I'm going to share with you particular videos I've done about the trauma bond. So you need to understand how to break out of this trauma bond. Because this is a very toxic emotional connection with those vampires. You know what I mean? But when you're going to live with a narcissist, the number one secret you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you might have to leave those vicinities with nothing. You are going to sometimes leave your children behind. You're going to leave your property behind. You're going to leave your children behind. You're going to leave your entire life behind. You are supposed to move, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not get out of narcissistic relationships, ladies and gentlemen, you are facing actually a life-threatening situation. That thing can even sometimes take your life. You are dealing with an energy vampire. That person is going to take your life. They are going to suck you dry. Understand the pain in the beginning of those entanglements. In the beginning of those discards. Understand that there is going to be pain. But it is through that pain that you're going to start healing. You're going to leave your parents behind, ladies and gentlemen. You've been with your parents for I don't know how many years, for as long as you remember. You're going to leave your parents behind. You're going to leave your children behind. You're going to leave your jobs. You're going to leave your property. You're going to walk out of those entanglements with nothing. I've told you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I did not have anything with me that time when I was leaving the narcissist. I left the narcissist with 2 suitcases. I left the narcissist with 2 bags, but I was making a decision this time. I was saying, okay, it is either me fighting for my life or staying around and going all the way. And I did not want to do that because I already discovered this person was an energy vampire. So I did not want to participate in that. I chose the option of leaving. I did not care what I was leaving behind. In that time, it was me moving on, moving away, or deciding to stay behind and fight. So I did not want to fight anymore. And I'm talking about this situation whereby in those moments I was also struggling financially. If you see all the coaches online who have dealt with narcissists, they are going to mention something at the end of those entanglements, they're always going to tell you that there's a moment where they were struggling financially, so they did not have even the financial means. Some of them have even sometimes gone away and lived in shelters. I've told you guys sometimes you may have to go and understand that sometimes it is even important for you to go and live in a shelter. I don't know which place you're coming from. Maybe there are some other places like in Africa, maybe they don't have these kind of shelters. Maybe sometimes you have got to go to the village and live with your friend. You have got to get out. Ladies and gentlemen, you have got to start moving. It is going to be very painful, ladies and gentlemen. It took me almost 6 months to settle down. I left with 2 suitcases. I did not have nothing. I didn't even have money. I did not have any money, ladies and gentlemen. When the narcissist knows that you want to leave, the first thing they're going to take from you, they're going to make sure you do not have any money with you, because they know it is that money that is going to facilitate your departure. So they are going to make sure they frustrate your finances. So sometimes you have got to move with faith. Sometimes God helps people that they want to help themselves. So if a person is going to sit down there and feel sorry for yourself because you don't have money, because there's nowhere to go, you think there is somewhere to go, ladies and gentlemen. There is always somewhere to go. But sometimes God helps a person who is ready to move. God helps a person that is ready to move. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have known that you're dealing with a narcissist, you do not need the details. You do not need confirmation. The only confirmation you need from the people who've been there is that you're dealing with a narcissist. That is all you need to start moving. You do not need anything else. Call a friend, call a cousin, call a auntie, call an uncle, you start going. In that stage, you may have to leave children behind. You may have to leave a lot of things behind. But you have got to start going, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to live, if I did not know the severity of this narcissistic abuse, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be here helping you. If I did not know how dangerous it was, I would not bother helping you. The only confirmation you need, you're dealing with a narcissist. That's all you need. The second thing you're going to understand, you're going to learn how to break out of trauma bonds. I've told you, I'm going to share the link in the link of that video I did before about the trauma bonds in the section below, in the description section below. But the second thing you're going to learn how to do, what to do, is you're going to understand that there is going to be pain. So you're going to hurt. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to suck. You're going to suck. You're going to hurt. You're going to break. You are going to break down, ladies and gentlemen, but you have got to understand the secret of healing is through going through the breakdown. You have got to break down for you to get up. Your body needs to absorb and understand the pain that is involved with leaving narcissists behind. Because when you understand this and you register it in your brain, you will never allow any time in your life, in your entire life, you will never allow anybody that is even close to a narcissist ever again in your life. Because you understand the pain involved with dealing with narcissists. You have gone through those breakups, those discards, the evaluations. You have understood it, and you know that these people, they do not mean well for you. They have even tried to take your life. So you need to understand and register this pain by going through it and understanding that at the end of the day you heal. You start healing by understanding this pain, going through it and allowing it to process, your body to process this pain so that it can leave your body. The pain that you feel when you're dealing with the narcissist is energy. You're just dealing with energy. When you understand this energy where it's coming from, you extract yourself out of those entanglements. You detach. You register that pain in you, in your body and soul, and you know this pain, the way it feels. You will never allow anybody to cause you that amount of pain ever again in your life. But you need to understand the secret is embracing the pain. You have got to embrace the pain, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a person who is trying to heal, understand how to embrace that pain and go through it, you're going to come out at the other side. You may spend, like I've said, you could be staying in the village with your aunties at the countryside. You could be staying in shelters. But in a few months, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to start healing and you're going to start seeing that actually your life is taking off in a different direction. So do not worry about things like finances, because I've been hearing people saying, "Oh, I don't know, I did some money, and I did this." I understand, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes, depending on where you are, there could be a financial situation, but do not Make it a priority that because you have a financial situation, so you're delaying your whole process because you're thinking about your finances. Find a way, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes some of you guys live in countries where they have got shelters. Ladies and gentlemen, go and live in a shelter. Take your kids with you. Call a friend and they will drive you to a shelter. And first of all, go down there and sit by yourself for at least 2 or 3 months just by yourself. It is going to be painful. I know it is going to be painful. It is going to be very difficult. You're going to go through pain. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no coach online that has been dealing with the narcissist, and he's going to tell you that there's no pain at the end of the narcissistic entanglements. There is pain involved in living a narcissist. You're going to go through that pain. But that pain is the secret, because when you understand that pain the way it feels and you heal out of it, you are never ever going to allow these energy vampires ever again in your life. It doesn't matter what they look like. It does not matter who they are. You are never ever going to put yourself in those situations whereby you are allowing energy vampires in your life. So allow the body to process that pain. I went through a very long period of healing in those first 3 months. We're talking about physical, even sometimes physical healing. We're talking about gum disease. I was losing my teeth in those days. Acne, migraines, depression, stress. I saw it all. But I understood that I have to heal. This thing, I was doing it for me because I knew if I do not heal, if I did not put in the work to heal, I would never be here today. And I would never permanently break free from the narcissist. So you need to understand how to embrace the pain, ladies and gentlemen. And you need to make very critical decisions. You have got to stop loving people that do not love you back. Those narcissistic parents are pretending and telling everyone that they love you. Oh, they are my son's daughter, they love you. They're telling everybody else they love you. But they do not love you, ladies and gentlemen. They cannot love you. The narcissist cannot love you. It does not matter what you try to do, how you try to convince yourself. You have got to understand the narcissist cannot love you. They are not capable of loving anyone. So you do not sit down there and wait for them to come and love you. Your parents will never love you, ladies and gentlemen. You're dealing with a narcissistic father. They are incapable of love. Narcissistic mother, they're capable of love. Your wives, husbands, they are incapable of love. You have got to call domestic services in your area. I don't know, there's some organization that deal with relationships. You need to call someone, ladies and gentlemen. Call a friend, call a cousin, go to a shelter. You have got to get out of the narcissistic relationship. Stop sitting down every day and calculating moves. What do you do and where do you go, and all these kind of things. Find the. I've told you guys, when I was living with a narcissist in those days, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I did not have even a penny in my wallet. The last days of the narcissist, I was living a narcissist. I did not have a penny in my wallet. I did not have any savings. But there's one thing I was sure of. I was living a demon. That one I was sure of. I was sure of it. I did not want to second guess myself. I did not want to start feeling sorry about myself for myself. I knew that I was dealing with a demon and I had to go, ladies and gentlemen. Stop thinking about money, making some excuses. Some of you even have got money. You could be a person who have got some money with you. You know what I mean? We are telling you these things, there's narcissists, this. We're not wasting time, ladies and gentlemen. You know? There is some of us who are not doing these things for money. We are giving you information to break you free. It doesn't mean that we really have to offer free services or things like that, because we're putting out of energy as well in these kind of things. But at the end of the day, the first priority and objective is to help you to break free. You have got to leave the narcissist, ladies and gentlemen. If you love yourself, if you want to heal, if you want to survive, if you want to thrive, get up and go. Get up and go, ladies and gentlemen, and find your blessings. Because the person you're living with, you will never see freedom, you will never see happiness. As long as you're still entangled with narcissists, that cycle is going to carry on, and that cycle will never end. It can go on until the end of your life sometimes, unfortunately. Because you're dealing with an energy vampire, the vampire will not stop sucking your energy from you. They will not stop until you have the guts to live. So all in all, what I want to say in this video is that awareness alone in itself is not enough. Awareness, ladies and gentlemen, is not enough. People are going to come and tell you, you read some books, you get information online, you get some YouTube videos. There will be coaches, they will tell you nothing, everything you need to know about narcissism. Awareness is not enough. Get the awareness you need. These are the steps. Get the awareness you need. What do you need? Clarity. Okay, so you're dealing with a narcissist. That's all you need to know. The second thing, what you're going to do not wait for the details. Do not wait for the confirmation. Do not wait for the details. You have got the answers that you're dealing with a narcissist. The second thing you're going to do, you're going to start practicing how to break out of trauma bonds. I'm going to share that video with you. The third thing, what you're going to do, you're going to get out of those relationships with the minimum resources possible. If you have got the money, well and good. But if you do not have the money, use the minimum resources possible. Go and stay with a friend, go and stay with an auntie, a relative, whatever it is. Stop whatever it is you're doing. Pack the little bags you have with you. Leave that vicinity. But again, do not forget, I've always told you, you have always got to live quietly. Go and sit down by yourself in your own secret spot, your own safe zone somewhere, I don't know, wherever it is you decide to go, to be shelter. Sit by yourself for at least 1 or 2 months and start understanding the grief. Start grieving. You allow yourself to grieve. And after those 2-3 months, you'll be ready to start picking up the pieces, the broken pieces together and mending yourself back up. But there's nobody who is coming to save you. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nobody going to come in to save you. There is no angels that are going to come in your house and start packing the bags for you, bring for you a huge amount of money. It could happen. Sometimes you may get good Samaritans who are going to invest in you. But the work that you're going to put in when you're dealing with a narcissist is the work that you're going to do yourself. So nobody's coming to save you. You're going to save yourself. The only thing the universe will do, that God will do, He will bring to you the messengers to tell you what you need to know, and that is the only thing you need to move. Do not worry about your bicycles. You left your bicycles in the garage, you left your suitcases and all this. Get the little things you have got with you, leave that vicinity, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to be able to start all over again. So let me know, guys, and again, I've said, guys, always, if you know that you need a session with me, guys, let me tell you something. I encourage you to book a session with me so that I can help you to go through this, because I know all these things about the discard. Book a session, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who want to donate or support my channel, everything you need, you will find it in the description section below. But until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Give us a comment, let us know what you think. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.